Welcome back, Vacay fam. You guys, this video, like y'all been knowing, it's been on first-time cruiser tips. You guys, I'll be doing a slew of videos for first-time cruisers for you, so you can make your cruise a lot seamless. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe below, you guys. Like it, thumbs up, and also too, don't forget to leave a comment. If you have any questions or have anything that you want me to answer, please leave it in the comments below. This video is going to be about tipping. How does the tipping work, you guys? So let's get into it.
Welcome aboard Vacay Mode.
So gratuity. Let's just throw it out there. Gratuity. How does this gratuity work? Like that. Should you not? Who gets tipped, who not? I'm gonna answer all those questions in this video because that's a big deal when it comes down to cruising. One thing people always think is like, why do I have to tip? I have to pay all this money and stuff like that. At the end of the day, tipping is up to you. You might have a whole bunch of people that have their opinions on, if you can't afford tipping, you shouldn't be on a ship. Mind your business, folks. You know what I'm saying? You ain't in other people's pockets. You know what I'm saying? It's up to them at the end of the day. But we tip. Okay, starting with gratuity. Yeah, they may have, so each ship is differently. Some people may have a certain amount of money right before that they say that they're going to have. They ask you when you're a travel advisor. Say, I'm a travel advisor, and I ask my clients, would they like to add the gratuity on top of it? So it could be around 100, 150, it just depends on what ship you're cruising from, like that, to add on to it. Now, this is optional, you guys. I repeat, that gratuity is optional. Any travel advisor tell you that it's mandatory, it's not. And I'm going to repeat, it is not. Read the details of every cruise ship, and it's not. And the reason why I say that is because they just had a fixed number for those that cannot figure out what to tip, like that. And at the end of the video, I'm going to explain something about that too, because not everybody on a cruise ship gets that tip. So stay tuned to the end, and I will explain that. But as far as tipping, that is a set amount that, so you won't have to think about, because some people get on the ship, it's like, man, what do I tip? I don't know. So they use this as a starting point, put it like that. So back in the day, how we used to tip is they used to give us 3 envelopes. Now they still do that, They just don't tell you that, but we have to get into that in a minute, like that. They would get 3 envelopes and you would tip, your stewardess, your main diner, and it was a head waiter, like that. But we stopped tipping the head waiter because he didn't really do nothing for us. So we would tip just our, those that was waiting on us at main dining. If you're doing buffet, there is no main dining. So I'm just gonna let you know that. But I would tip my room stewardess. Some people tip in the beginning. They could do 50 to 20 bucks. It just depends. They said that does, give a better experience, but I mean, either way go, I tried both, and it was still about the same, sometimes subpar. Some people would overdo and do different things like that. I will have a video on giving gifts to your stewardess, because a lot of people do that, and that helps out as well. But yeah, with this tipping, remember, everything you purchase on that ship, they take gratuity out of it. So remember, guys and gals, if you're drinking and you sign, and you try to write in a tip, make sure you look at your receipt. Because a lot of times it's dark, it's in a club, and you're not paying attention. And the fact that you add additional tip. Now, if you are an extra tipper, cool, go ahead. But if you thought that the tip wasn't on there, or you didn't know, the tip is actually on there. There's normally, right now, I think it's 18%, but it just depends. It's going up. It might be 20% next and stuff like that, or here, whenever you see this video. But remember, the gratuity is on the receipt. They have to disclose the gratuity on there. Something like that. So they automatically take it out. You can't take it off. So I'm just going to let you know, they automatically take the gratuity out of whatever you purchase. So you buy a shirt, a watch, souvenirs of any kind, the gratuity is on there no matter what. So that goes back to, should you pay gratuity? No. And I'm going to tell you why. It's just up to you, like that. You should not pay gratuity if you're assuming that everybody's getting tipped and everybody is not, because actually they're taking additional tips out of everything that you buy on the ship. So a lot of people feel that's not fair. So we are the ones that does the same thing. It's like, okay, we're going to tip on our own. So we tip everybody ourselves because we physically want to see them have it, because it's not just a rumor. We heard truths that they do not get that. And if you ask your stewardess, ask your waiter, do they get the money? They're going to honestly, but privately tell you no. And I'm going to be honest with you, they do not get the money. The higher ups that you never see get that money. And I don't feel that that's fair, because they get paid way more than them. So what you want to do is put a scale of what you want to pay daily. So say for instance, if you're stewardess, you do $5 or $10 a day or something like that. It just depends. Or because back in the day it used to be $3 a day. I think we went up to I think about $5 to $10 a day, depending on, my wife does a pay scale. So if the services, starts to get lower, her tips get lower and lower and lower, like that. And I know some people, you could argue this point or whatever like that. It's up to you. You tip the way you tip, like that. But you mind your business to everybody else is tipping too, because everybody has an opinion on this. And tipping is kind of, the scale of how they treat you and stuff like that. If you got excellent, we blow people out the water with tips and stuff like that. So, because we have excellent people. We have people that we are returning, waiters that we deal with, that we go to because we love them, because of service, as well as everybody else. So you could tip the bartender, cash if you like. I've heard people tip them large tips and they hook them up with drinks. So you might do that, but I'm saying, don't take my word for it. I'm just saying, they may or may not do that. They might hook you up with, drink for free. Like they'll hook you up a little splash amongst on the drink. So it's just up to you. But with gratuity, like that, I'm not against paying gratuity. If you don't want to think about it, go ahead and pay the gratuity. But this goes to the tip at the end of this video on, if you don't want to pay it and they're going to put it on your tab anyway, you can go down to customer service and have it removed and ask for the envelopes. And they automatically do it with no problem, take it off. So remember that. You can go down there, and I say, go down there the day before the last day, or the day before the last day, because it might be a long line, and ask to get it removed. Just tell them you want to remove it and stuff like that, and you want envelopes so you can go tip them yourself. Sorry this video was long, but I wanted to talk about this because everybody has their own notion of it, and they feel they have to pay the gratuity. You don't have to pay nothing at all. You can walk on that ship the same way you walked on and not pay anything. I'm just letting you know. So be clear, it is not, mandatory for the tip. It's only optional, but if you tip out of your own pocket, definitely, because some people don't even know they'll pay that and pay out of pocket and they didn't realize that, all of that. But for those that know and don't mind and care, go ahead, do your thing, like that. But I'm just saying, I want everybody to understand how this gratuity works. It is optional. So the day before, or the 2 days before, you can go down there, because they will put it on there. If you remove it or you say, I don't want it, from your travel advisor, the ship will put it on there automatically to make you think, you don't even, and you be like, damn, man, why do I have, say a $300 bill, like that, because they put it back on there. So you can just get it removed off like that, because I don't want to scare you. You can be like, man, what's this going on? And a lot of people are standing in line at the end with doing the same exact thing. So I'm going to give you a tip to do it ahead of time so you won't run into this problem. But I'm your travel advisor, KC, and thanks for coming through. And don't forget to subscribe below if you're new to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.